evidenced by my bag of boots. I definitely prefer to go booted where I can. But before I talk about whether or not you should go barefoot, booted or shod, let's have a look at the AERA rules. Hoof protection is item 58 in the Australian Endurance Riding Association rulebook. So Google AERA rulebook and you'll find hoof protection at 58 or pause to read. A couple of really important things to note. One, AERA is one of the really cool governing bodies within Australia that actually allows you to use hoof boots. So many don't, and there's so many disciplines that don't. So thumbs up to AERA for that, for starters. Number two, it is up to the head vet to decide whether or not the hoof protection you have or don't have, as it were, will withstand the ride and the conditions that you're about to ride in. I believe the chief steward may also have a say, but that would have to be clarified. 2, lost or damaged hoof protection can be replaced on course pursuant to clause 35. This one's really important. Lost or broken hoof protection may be replaced at ride base prior to a veterinary inspection. However, you can't change, once you present to the vet, you can't change whatever is on or not on your horse's hooves, even between trot ups if you have to do a second trot up or anything like that. So if you go in there with hoof boots on, they've got to stay on. If you go in there barefoot, you've got to stay barefoot. You can't change mid veterinary inspection. Throughout the ride you can change, or prior to the next inspection you can change. I hope that made sense. So now we get to the point. Do we go barefoot, booted or shod for endurance? You guys know the answer already to this, don't you? If you've watched any of my endurance FAQ series so far, you'll know that the answer is going to be whatever works for you and is safe for you. So this is actually a discussion best had with your farrier or trimmer. I'm sorry, I know it wasn't the answer you were looking for, but it's true. For example, I prefer to go booted. However, Diego, for example, you can't keep a boot on his front feet, and he's one of those really unlucky horses where his hooves are wider than they are long. There's not a lot that fit him. I've had to shoe him. You do what is best for your horse, especially with the terrain that you're regularly training on and or riding at. So one hot tip is, let's say you've had your horse barefoot and he handles it pretty well on your training, but you're not sure whether or not he's going to cope with the upcoming ride. Send the ride organizer a message. They will be able to tell you what the terrain is like, and that'll give you an indication as to whether or not you need to step up that hoof protection. To surmise, yes, you can go barefoot, you can use boots, and you can use hoof boots. Which of these options you use is a discussion between you and your hoof care professional, and it comes down to personal choice, what works best for you and what is safe and comfortable for the horse.